Hello again and welcome to my channel. I'm Fraser from Metalworking in France. Got a little challenging job on today. A gentleman brought me this item. It's off a VW Polo, I believe, a very early model, 1980s. So consequently can't get any parts for it. This thing has got a crack in it. Let's see if I can get the camera to show this. There's a crack. You can see the line just down here. Don't know whether you can see it from the inside. It's not very visible. Just about see it, I think. There you go. You can just see daylight shining through just inside there. Just about. Let me get a torch and see if we can see that a little bit better. There you go. You can see that crack inside there now. Now I'm gonna have to, well, he said he's tried to repair it several times, doesn't work, can't get it to work, so now I'm gonna have to make a new one, or a part similar to this that he can use on his car. It's going to be a bit of a challenge trying to get the hole centers right, the location ring here and the bend here, and then going down to approximately 32mm diameter. So let's see how this job goes. Follow me in the next few steps and see what happens. In the meantime, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and like the video when you've seen it, like any other videos, and look back at some videos in the past. And you can like and give me a thumbs up, ding the little bell, which will remind you of any other videos I'm putting on in the future. Okay, so let's see how this goes in the next few steps. So now you can see I've set the saw up at approximately 22.5 degrees. I'm just going to saw this off, just roughly. It's just so that I get an idea of where this is going to turn out. So if I cut this off and then I can turn the angle. Now here we see the original alongside the cut-off piece. I've got to braze these two together. It'll give me the approximate angle. It's not critical, the angle. I've got to make a flange to go on to the end of here. So we'll do that in the next stage. So here we have the fending article brazed together. A little bit of bubbling on that bit there, but I think it's okay. It'll seal okay. It's brazed all the way around. I've just got to make the flange now to go on this end. So yeah, we'll get on and do that. I think it's going to be a bit more tricky. Here you can see I've mounted this flat plate or rectangular plate in the 4-jaw chuck, so that I can bore this out to the diameter needed. I'll just keep boring this out until I get to the size I need. So here we see the flange, what's going to be the flange, bored out to the size, to the size of the step on this thing. As you can see, there's a relief here, so that is now the same diameter as that. So I'm now going to make up a bush to go in there to connect onto the other piece. Okay, so let's take this out of the chuck, and then we can put the 3-jaw chuck back on and do the other bit. So I'll just machine this down now. I'm making the collar that's going to fit into the housing. So now I'll have to machine off the back of it, so we get this front portion and then I'll have to reverse it and machine the other end. Okay. So now I'm just boring out to take the tube that I've made with the tube with the angle on it. So now this hopefully will, I'll take this into about 10 mil. So then the tube hopefully will go into it, and then I can braze that in so that it will be completely watertight and pressure tight as well, I hope. So yeah, so let's just measure that. Just about there. Not very much to come off now, that should almost go in. Yeah, almost there. We'll take another 0.02. There you go, that's a nice tight fit in there now. That's perfect. I'll just put a chamfer on here, just so that it gives the brazing something to go into, and then we should be okay. So now I'll braze this round piece, or the turned piece, into the flat piece that, as you can see, I've cut this to like an oval shape, just to form a base plate to clamp the piece onto the engine itself. As you can see, I'm dabbing some flux on this. Keep dabbing flux onto it. Basically, it's similar to a gas welding procedure, apart from the fact that I'm not actually melting the steel itself. The flux goes on to, basically it seeps its way into the joint. Once it gets hot, it goes liquidizes, and it will flow into the joint itself. So then when it's hot enough, which is almost like a cherry red before the steel melts, I can dab the brass onto it, and the brass will then flow into the joint itself. It's a very good way of joining two pieces of metal together. It's very clean, apart from the flux that stays on there, but that can be taken off at a later date. Any flux, a residue flux that forms on around the steel, and the brass will just flow into the joint and seal the two pieces together. Well, there we are. Another little job complete. This was the original with the big split in it, was split in the body of it. And this is what I've made up. It's not an exact replica, but it's not bad. It's at a similar angle, slightly sharp, well, a bit higher angle, but it's going onto a flexible hose anyway, so I assume that it will reach. This is a slightly smaller diameter than this one, but I don't think that's going to matter. You just have to clamp it down a bit harder. So hopefully this will get the guy out of trouble. as you can see, I've brazed these two pieces together, and then I've brazed this in here. I turned up this flange that's into a flat plate onto here, and there's a step here and here, two steps. One is for a gasket, and the other one is obviously to clamp down on whatever it needs to clamp down on. Okay, so hopefully that's okay. Watch me in the next couple of videos and see how we get on with other jobs. Goodbye.